The summer of 1962 in Willow Creek. Montana was quiet the way small towns always were, but quiet in Willow Creek was different. Too different. People said the silence came from the forest, that the trees remembered things, that once in a generation, something old and terrible slipped out from those woods, choosing someone it would not let go. Most laughed it off as old wives' tales, but not Evelyn Carter. At 19, Evelyn carried herself with a sharp determination. She had grown up hearing her grandmother whisper about the shadow man, and unlike the others, Evelyn had proof. When she was 13, she had woken one night to scratching at her window. Pulling back the curtain, she had seen it, a tall figure at the edge of the field, faceless still, watching. Nobody believed her, but Evelyn never forgot. Evelyn worked evenings at Marlene's Diner, where the jukebox hummed and truckers came for coffee. On one hot July night, a stranger walked in, a man with storm-worn eyes and a leather jacket dusty from the road. He sat at the counter, ordered black coffee, and studied her like he already knew her. "You're Evelyn, right?" he asked. She blinked. "Do I know you?" "No, but you're the one who saw it. The thing in the field." Her breath caught. She had never told anyone outside her family. "Who are you?" she whispered. "Daniel Cross," he said quietly. "I've been chasing it for years, and if I'm right, it's coming back." That evening, walking home, Evelyn felt it, the air heavy, like the town itself was waiting. Street lamps flickered. Dogs that usually barked were silent. She reached her porch and froze. That sound again, scratching at the window, the same window from 6 years ago. Her chest tightened. Slowly, she turned. And there it was, tall, faceless, watching. Before she could scream, headlights swept across the field. A truck roared up Daniels. The figure vanished into the trees like smoke. "Evelyn!" he shouted. "Don't go inside. It already knows you." The next day, Daniel told her everything. The thing had no name, but people across America had whispered about it for centuries. It appeared in lonely towns, always near the woods, always choosing one soul to torment until they either vanished or went mad. "It doesn't just haunt you," Daniel said. "It binds you. Once it marks you, you belong to it. That's why it came back for you?" Evelyn's fists clenched. "I'm not going to run." Daniel studied her with something like respect. "Then you're braver than most." That night, they drove into the forest with only flashlights and a shotgun. The deeper they went, the quieter it grew, until the sound of their breathing felt too loud. Then came the whispers, low, everywhere. Evelyn froze. She swore she heard her own name, breathed out from the trees. Evely. They found it in a clearing, a crumbling cabin older than the town itself. Daniel's hands tightened on the gun. "This is where it begins," he said. The door creaked open on its own. Inside, the air was rotten, thick with mold and ash. On the floor, scratched into the wood, were names, hundreds of them. Evelyn stepped closer and felt her stomach drop. The last name carved there was her own. Suddenly the door slammed shut. The cabin darkened. The faceless figure filled the corner, taller than the ceiling, its body bending unnaturally to fit. Evelyn's voice shook. "What does it want?" Daniel's answer was a whisper. "You." The figure moved closer, silent but suffocating. Evelyn backed against the wall, her heart pounding. She could feel it pulling at her, like her breath, her soul, was being drawn out. Daniel fired the shotgun. The blast lit the cabin, but the figure didn't fall. It only laughed, a sound that wasn't sound at all but rattled inside their heads. Evelyn remembered her grandmother's words, "It feeds on fear. The day you stop fearing it is the day it loses you." Her chest rose. She stepped forward. "I'm not afraid of you." The figure froze. Its faceless head tilted. The pull loosened. Evelyn shouted louder. "You don't own me." The cabin shuddered. The figure twisted, its shape unraveling like smoke in wind. With a scream that shook the forest, it vanished. And then silence. Morning light broke over Willow Creek. Evelyn and Daniel walked out of the woods, exhausted but alive. Daniel gave her a long look. "Most people run. You stood your ground." Evelyn managed a faint smile. "Maybe the curse is over now?" He didn't answer, only glanced back at the forest. Still dark and waiting, but Evelyn knew this. The shadows might return one day. And if they did, Willow Creek would not face them alone. If you were Evelyn, would you have stood your ground or run? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss the next thrilling story.